All right. Hey guys, I had to jump on here on a Saturday to come talk to you about something. It's panning out. Of course, I have my coffee with my bacon swizzle stick. So, all right. So here's the thing. This is not going to be a whole bunch of interaction with you guys because I can't necessarily see the chat comments. So here's the deal, guys. Let me just talk to you real briefly about something. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but with me, I am vehemently opposed to vaccinations, flu shots, and all that other kind of fun stuff. And so, at the end of the day, they really have no place. So, am I an anti-vaxxer? Well, of course. Now, at the same time, I'm also an individual freedom kind of guy, and I want people to realize that you can make your decisions for yourself and don't base it based upon anybody's opinion solely. You have to do it on your research. So if you want to understand about vaccines and stuff, I respectfully abdicate that topic to the likes of Dr. Tenpenny and Dr. Suzanne Humphreys. Beautiful ladies, super smart, know way more about vaccinations and stuff than I can imagine. So anyways, there's that. So here just recently what happened is there's a movie that was released called Vaxxed 2. So it was a follow-up movie to, of course, Vaxxed 1. And I don't know if you've seen it playing out on the info webs, but up in Massachusetts, a typical liberal, progressive, Democrat-run state, that platform of that particular political party, which I am not affiliated with any political party, never have, never will. I'm not a conservative, but I'm sure as hell not a liberal. And I'm not a libertarian. I'm a constitutionalist. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because there's politics always involved in everything, and you guys got to get used to that crap. So the bottom line here is this. So vaccines are just terrible, heinous substances. And you have powers that be that are trying to, of course, keep people under the control of that particular industry. And I've seen countless patients vaccine injured. There's some that are in this group that are preceptors and patients of mine. They can feel free to raise their hand and tell their story. I'd encourage you to do so. So the upshot is this: the Vaxxed 2 movie was released to AMC theaters, and there's a video going around of a Dr. Shiva who is up there in Massachusetts, super smart guy, and basically he after the movie was done, he was promised that he would be able to do a Q&A session post movie. Well, after the movie, he ended up getting censored, and they said, "No, we're not going to be letting you do any of that kind of fun stuff." And so he did an impromptu video where he talked about that and the bullshit that goes along with it. Well, the interesting thing is something that resonates with me, and the reason why I jumped on here on a Saturday, and that is the anti-vaccination movement, if you will, or I would say pro, freedom to choose whether you want to, intoxicate yourself or not, is a movement that is not owned by anyone, right? It is not owned by any particular doctor, association, group, or anything. Why? Because it all affects every one of us who are having or have had children in particular. Now, some of the other scuttlebutt that's going on is some of these states are actually attaching legislation or trying to pass some legislation that is going to require adults to prove their vaccinations before you can renew your driver's licenses. Isn't that amazing? So don't get me started. So it's nefarious. So the battle is on. The lines have been drawn, and you people have to be aware of what's going on. Okay, so my point of this, when I want to jump on this video, is because that video was just released yesterday. The movie was released, then the video of Dr. Shiva giving his story of how they censored him of taking any particular questions after the movie went out there. It's going a little bit viral. if that's such a thing. In other words, it's in all the health spaces and stuff. And so what's going on is that the makers of the movie Vaxxed reached out to Dr. Shiva and asked him, or basically insisted, told you could do for yourself on what you think there was, because I'm gonna have my patient and close friend Ron Call actually post that link in the Nation, or I'll do it. Anyways, they asked him to take down his damn video. They asked him to not keep that video up of him being critical of AMC theaters, because they didn't want to have the Vax 2 movie taken out of all the theaters that it was going to be playing in. See, that's the bullshit. That is the problem right there, okay? So Vax 2, I haven't seen it, but, I support that narrative. Has a great message about the science and the problems that are attributed to vaccinations. So they released a second movie. They got it into AMC theaters, but then now when they were supposed to give this particular physician, who is highly credentialed and credible, the ability to do some question and answers for the people at that local movie theater after the movie, they censored him. They told him, no, you can't talk or answer any of these questions. We don't want any gathering outside in the halls and all this other kind of fun stuff. And so the heads of the Vax 2 movie and all those guys and gals basically are wanting him to take down that video being critical of AMC theaters, because they don't want AMC theaters to pull their movie out of all their theaters nationwide. That's the take home. Now, what's really cool in his rebuttal video, where he's talking about these guys asking him to take down that video, is he reveals a very important fact, and the reason why I'm loving this is totally Dr. AGB style. He let everybody know that AMC theaters are owned by the communist Chinese, right? So that one of the world's richest men, communist Chinese guy, owns the AMC theaters. So what's basically happening and coming into play here is, here you have an otherwise amazing movement and message that needs to go out there to people, and they put it into a movie, and to put it into movie theaters and, of course, sell tickets. And then when somebody wants to censor him from actually being a part of that movement, answering questions about it to basically help promote it, the very people who put out the movie are asking him to not say bad things about the movie theaters that have him in there. Well, he makes a very good point in his rebuttal video that he just put out this morning, that he says what they really should do is just live stream the movie for free to everybody. Now, I don't do everything free for everybody, and I understand that thing of it. But he makes a very important point that vaccine education and knowledge for people, and that movement to make them not compulsory, is not a movement that is owned by any person or group of people. And that he basically told them to take their request for him taking down his video, put it up there, and smoke it. I'm so proud of him. And anyway, so I just want to get on here and talk about that real quick, guys, and say, hey, here's the deal. In no way, shape, or form do I feel that any child, adult, or elderly person, or even animals, for the most part, there's rare occasions there, need to be getting vaccinations. They just don't make sense. They're not proven. It is a heinous, false construct that's out there, and the consequences of doing them is massive. I've been seeing it for many, many years. And so, but ultimately, it's your choice. My agreement is that you can choose for yourself. If you do your due diligence and you do your own research, then you can choose. It's totally fine. But remember, you only get in life what you negotiate and tolerate. And if you just compulsory, is that a word? Compulsory? Yes, compulsory. I think I need some more coffee. I'm a little hopped up about it, guys, because this is the kind of stuff that really pisses me off. So the thing is, if you want to, have compulsory vaccinations dictated by local governments and bureaucrats, well then you're in a whole nother place, man, and you're asking for some trouble in your life. And if you or your kid is injured because of that, you get what you negotiated and tolerate, also known as deserve. That's what it is, because you only deserve what you negotiate and tolerate, and that's how that works. So it's all by choice. So I know that's harsh for people, but that's the way it works. I'm not being harsh. I'm simply saying the bottom line is you should make educated decisions, right? And if if you get on an airplane and it crashes, well, guess what? You deserved it. You negotiated or tolerated it. You can't clean this up, guys. I'm so sick of people not taking responsibility for things that they made choices to. You understand what I'm saying? It'll always boil down to that. So you need to educate yourselves and get a balanced understanding and then make a decision. But then whatever the results of yours is, your decision is solely on your shoulders. Now, the reason why this is also pertinent, gets me hot, is because that's why this is my mission, okay? So here you have a movement of anti-vaccination, and then you have a gentleman who is a part of that movement who talks about his experience of being censored and talking about it, and you have that very movement of people who put out the movie asking him to censor himself, or even further by not talking about being censored, and that's and in the true aspect of one of the things he says in there that's absolutely profound that just blew my goddamn mind. And that was how he talked about, and Canley said, listen, California, you failed. New York, you failed. Now, in Florida, we're getting ready to fight the fight. I'll be damned if in Florida we're going to fail. And the upshot is this. He talked about Gandhi, right? And you have these establishment people that posture and seem like they're for something, but all they are is enablers to the very same thing that people were trying to fight. Okay, so Gandhi, he was badass. Love him, respect a lot of stuff that he did. Okay, and I liked his nonviolent approach and all that other kind of stuff. But Gandhi was amazing. He was badass, but there was parts of it that he was a pussy, and I don't have any of that. Right. So in the functional medicine world, guys, functional medicine. Okay, functional medicine is technically a moniker and a movement in and of itself. I've been a practitioner for 25 years, early adopter, and I've taught just countless practitioners. But here's the deal. In functional movement right now, in functional medicine, are a bunch of freaking morons. These people have been inundated and infiltrated by marketers, by digital marketers, by people who will tell them, and this is the shtick, and this is all the stuff I'm going into my book, and I'm going to give you guys the names of the people who are doing it. So the bottom line is this. They're teaching functional medicine practitioners who want to come out and, very similar to me, right, have impact and influence people and all the other kind of fun stuff. They're teaching them a broken message. You know what it is, guys? Pick a niche. Be an expert in single organ system. All right? So this is why you have doctors that go, oh, I'm a thyroid specialist. Some of them are saying I'm a GI specialist. Some of them are saying I'm a teeth specialist. Some are saying I'm a skin specialist. Some people are saying, all kinds of stuff. My point is this. Any construct that is single organ system or single organelle within a damn cell, they're out of their minds. You guys are way more complicated than that. Holy crap, right? And so in functional medicine, they want to help other people, but they're all out there promoting. I get so many ads come through my Facebook feed. 6-figure income, how to make a 7-figure income. Well, listen, I make a 7-figure income. I'll make no abashedly about it. You know why? Because I transform lives. It's about transformation for me. And it's about making sure that people understand that you are a category of one, and everything that you have, whether you like it or not, if it sucks, if it's your history or anything, it's your goddamn fault. You either negotiated it or tolerated it. So I know most people need education, and that's what I'm here to do. It's why I give freely of my time to a varying degree, okay? But at the end of the day, it's complicated to resolve complex chronic diseases. You need a system. If you think you're just going to put in, exactly, teat specialist. If you think you're just going to put some stupid orgonite pyramid by your desk and mitigate EMF, you're being lied to. If you think you're going to get some stupid little Blue Shield dongle and wear around your neck and it's going to protect your chakras and stuff like that, you're full of crap. If you think you're just going to drink a whole bunch of celery juice and start talking to spirit beings from other planes and then they start doing all, you're full of crap. If you think Lyme is your problem, and you start doing all that, or you go to people like, I'm not going to name names in this video, but in other words, you start doing all that kind of fun stuff and you're out of your mind. You will continue to be exactly where you're at right now, with few exceptions. All those functional medicine practitioners out there are absolutely duping you, and they know it. I'm going to name one right now, Dr. Mark Hyman. He has gone full retard. I'm talking about, yeah, that's right, I said retard. If you haven't seen the movie, that reference, it's great. You should see it, okay? So full retard on climate change. So I've lost all respect for that guy, not to mention the fact that he's the physician to the Clintons, but don't get me started on that. And then now he starts a whole podcast and he brings on this guy from Ohio who is running for president, who actually supports, killing babies after they come out of the womb. You know how I know that? Because I go and I look up all the voting records of everybody, because I do my due diligence. I go and do my own damn research, and that's what you guys need to do too. So, you got to understand, here he is, Mark Hyman, bringing on a guy who happens to be a Democrat who believes in, post-birth murdering of babies and compulsory vaccinations, telling everybody they need to be plant-based, right? Because of global warming and stuff. And he's like the guru in functional medicine, head of the Cleveland Clinic and everything like that. You know what? You know how many patients I've seen that he's failed? Tons of them, countless. People go to the functional medicine clinic at the Cleveland Clinic and they still get the same broken ass system that's out there in the medical field. They're just using a spice cabinet instead of a medicine cabinet. They're using turmeric and fish oils and cinnamon and all these other stupid things that everybody's selling you in pills, potions, and powders. The exact same stuff that all the bloggers and the biohackers are telling you to eat and drink too. They're wasting your damn time. All right? So, anyways, you tell them a little hot. The deal is this. The body is convoluted. It's divinely created. We didn't come from some stupid little skeleton named Lucy that they found in some freaking South African cave and presupposed that now we're supposed to make all our goddamn decisions based upon cavemen and monkeys and ancestral and all this kind of stuff. That is all sales tactic, guys. I love sales. I'm selling you right now on my ideas. How you like them apples, right? I'm giving you my passion. But the difference is call me on my bullshit. I dare you. I dare you to bring up the things that I'm talking about and go show me where I'm wrong, right? So the bottom line is this. They're lying to you, okay? The vaccine people who are trying to censor Dr. Shiva for talking out against people that don't want him to talk about that, so they can keep all this great otherwise movie in movie theaters and make all the millions that come from that, so they can justify using it to further the movement. Well, they can shove it right up their bleeps. And the bottom line is the same thing in functional medicine. These people have tried to come at me like you guys wouldn't believe. They hate the fact that I'm pulling back the curtain on the Wizard of Oz and calling them out by name. I'm going to show you guys in my book and in coming videos their actual sales funnels. I'm going to call them out. I'm going to do it line by line, word for word, notion by notion. And the reason is because you guys are asking me these things. I had, several of you guys here just in the last week say, hey, this is an email I got. What do you think about this? Dr. Beck, what do you think about this? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think, because I'm not wanting to play or hate. I'm just wanting to reveal the truth, so that way you guys realize that's why you continue to negotiate and tolerate and not get the results that you need. Because these people are selling to you. It's crazy. It's conflation. It's lies. It's damn lies. And I'll be damned if I'm going to be silenced when it comes to the functional medicine world. They don't own the functional medicine movement. That's why, for me, it's the Balance Protocol movement. That's what I'm inviting you guys to be a part. Because, the thing is at the end of the day, people, we all want to have a career, right? We all want to have significance. We all want some certainty, right? We need some uncertainty. We want community. We want love. I know I want all those things. Why the hell do you think I'm on these damn cameras here, right? But at the end of the day, I want to show you guys that, how and why you've been lied to and how you're being censored, okay? And it happens in my realm, and they don't like the fact that I'm telling everybody that it's a damn lie that gluten is the cause of leaky gut. And all these people telling you all this stuff not to eat and telling you all these things that are lack any context of you, like they're universal statements and stuff. And then you got the EMF world, people, selling you, silver line fabric to, underwear. Oh my God, these little dangles and baubles and plugins and gadgets and gizmos. And then now it's, you got the magnesium people saying, oh, well, magnesium is going to save you from 5G. No, the hell it ain't. Oh my God. I mean, the profundity of this stuff is blowing my mind, right? Anyways, all right, so I didn't look at any of the comments in here, so I'm going to scroll through those real quick, and I'm going to see if there's anything you guys ask me some questions or comments or any of that kind of fun stuff, so bear with me here real quick. So that was my rant. Freaking censorships. Oh, I love you too, sister, if you're still here. Wants to document anyone who sees it, deny the fact. Yeah, no, Caesar, you'd be surprised. People will, they'll be able to deny it if it affects their pocketbook. I'm ready for these people to come at me. I got a big fat attorney retainer, so come at me, bro. Anyone messaging, do your own research, however, be aware that places you often go research might. Yeah, that's true, Ken, 100%. They manipulate the research. So research is not just doing, Google, doing the PubMed crawl or the doctor Googling. Cheryl Atkinson, absolutely. You guys go look up that TED Talk on astroturfing. Got to see that. That's exactly what happens, right? Same thing with all the, killing the Epstein story. You see all that playing out? Yep. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are saying preach, and I appreciate that. Saying you're a bond expert for stock expert. Guess what? Some of the peers you got. That's a true point, Bart. Absolutely. Good example. Yeah. Metagenics bought out by Amway. Exactly. Pure Encapsulations bought out by Nestle. Absolutely. And you know what? I know the people who do the marketing for Metagenics. And all these other doctors that I'm talking about. They're actually good people, but they're master marketers. They're absolutely brilliant. And I don't think they're being nefarious. They're just teaching people how to do something, right? It's up to the person who has to do it. It's like teaching somebody how to use firearms. If you go use it and do some stupid shit, well, that's on that person, not the person who taught them the skill set. Did all the anti-gluten clearing crap. Yep, it doesn't work. And see, Steve and Dr. Wasserman, I love you. Thank you for saying that, because that's the thing. People need, number one, to have a bacon swizzle stick in their coffee. What they need to admit is that it doesn't work. People are constantly chasing SIBO and leaky gut and all that kind of stuff. In other words, that dog don't hunt. It doesn't. They need to come out and say, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so, and I'm a idiot. And realize all this stuff that they were told by all these people, like the specific carbohydrate diet and stuff like that. It was created by two guys that used to be in the car business. They're not clinicians, and everybody jumped on all that kind of shit. The Whole30, go look at the story behind who created that crap. It's unbelievable, guys. Oh, thanks, Alex. So, anyways. Woo! So now I'm really pumped up. I'm also pumped up because, it's Alabama versus LSU today. Roll Tide. So anyways, guys, that's it. Okay? I'm going to post that rebuttal video. Dr. Shiva. If anybody knows him or can connect me to him, please feel free to do so. That'll be wonderful. We'll amplify our voices. But, whew. I want to eat pork and wheat. You know what? I have people eat pork and wheat all the time. It's unbelievable. I'll actually use gluten to heal your gut like you would not believe. It's amazing. So last thoughts, guys. Here's the deal. Yours truly will never be censored. I'm not on the take or the dole of anybody. I am 100% independent, and I will step on some toes. I'm not seeking to be an abrasive person. You're not going to catch me doing myth-busting videos and the blah, 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 blah stuff. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm going to call out stuff that you guys ask me. What do you think about this? Now, ask me deeper questions because, it's kind of like, if you ask me about a person, I don't want to say them because I can't speak to their character or them as a person. But if you say, hey, well, they made this statement, I will speak to that statement. When I watched that video, I wondered, thanks, sis. So, I'm not here to put people down as a person, but I am definitely going to do on what they speak and say and do and sell and stuff like that, right? So don't say, hey, well, what do you think about, John Doe? Well, what specifically? Well, just, I don't know. So Any book on treatment programs? No. Stephen, my thing is all the thing on treatment programs I do, I train clinicians to do that. I'm not putting it out there on purpose because it requires a lot of context. Okay, so you get protocols in my training programs, right? So guys, listen, I appreciate you being patient with the release of stuff that I've been talking about here lately when it comes to my book and the first programs for Balanced Protocol to get to you guys. It just takes a lot of work because I'm not coming off half-cocked just to put something out for a sales funnel. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not looking for perfection, but it better be, my high standard of stuff like that. So anyways, love you guys. I'm cool now. Got it off my chest. See, I need therapy too. And you guys are helpful for doing it. So keep sending me your questions and posting stuff on specific things, and I will give you my thoughts on those. But at the end of the day, you get to make all the decisions for yourself, no matter what whatever it is. If you have other people wanting to force you to make a decision that they think is the right policy, then it's just absolutely wrong. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to you about later when I do some more of the mindset stuff. A wonderful book that talks about this quite a bit more. So stay tuned on that. I'll leave you on the cliffhanger. All right, guys. Gonna go downstairs and brine my chicken because I'm doing some fried chicken today, and I'm gonna have it perfectly paired with some Krispy Kreme donuts. It's game day. So have fun, guys. Love you bunches. Hope this makes sense. Talk to you soon.